Hello world, my name is Elle. I am your feline enthusiast. Today I am looking at cat treats. I will say though, I am a new YouTuber here. I have literally no idea what I'm doing, so please be patient with me. Also, if you find this helpful at all, please give it a like. Consider following for more. I will be posting cat content. Trying lots of different products, talking about health things, anything you want to know. I would love to tell you about cats. So if you have any questions, actually, please just leave a comment below. Let me know so I know what you want to hear, what kind of content you want. So without further ado, we're going to get into the cat treats. I tried over $100 worth of cat treats for this series, y'all. So I separated it into several different videos because I don't think anyone wants to watch an hour-long video on cat treats. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it just didn't seem like something that people would want. So instead, I separated it into categories of flavors. So we've got chicken, we've got fish, and we also have a specialty. So we're looking at like for picky cats or for allergic cats, you know, things that are easier on the digestive system and doesn't have as many allergens in it. So today we're looking at the chicken and turkey. It's mostly going to be chicken. I think I found a couple of turkey ones that I threw in there. And then we're going to have subcategories. So we've got different textures. So I have the creamy sticks that you feed your cat. I have the crunchy treats. I have meat sticks. I have special benefit ones that's separate, and then category that's both freeze-dried and soft treats. I put them together because I didn't think it was necessary to have all of them in separate categories since there wasn't a lot of both. So without further ado, let's get into it. So let's dive in. I will apologize. I do have a list here that I'm going to be referring to. I wanted to make sure I got the order correct on the way that I ranked them. So I will occasionally be looking down for that. I'm sorry. The first subcategory we're going to look at is pureed. So pureed chicken treats. I did test more products that are on this list. I lowered it down. I disqualified ones that I found the ingredient list to be too bad or my cats hated so much. I was like, I don't think this should be recommended to anyone. Anything that's of high concern I will bring up, but in this particular video I didn't find a treat that was like super high concern. So as we go on, the subcategory is puree. We're looking at chicken treats. The top two on this list are the Temptations. They're creamy chicken, and then the churro, and I got the chicken with crab to kind of change things up a little bit, give the cats an option. They do have a regular chicken flavor. This is a very popular brand, but so is Temptations. They both have high reviews, highly liked by cats in general. When I tested these with my cats, I found that 2 out of 3 preferred the Temptations, and then 1 preferred the churro. The textures are a little bit different. I'll show you here. You'll see that the churro is a little bit more congealed than the Temptations. They're both good products. The ingredients are decent. But the winner of this round is the Temptations. Cats went nuts for these. And yeah, as I said, 2 out of 3 made the cut. I am realizing that y'all don't know how many cats I have. I have 3 cats. Just so you know where that's coming from. I have 3 cats. I test all of these treats with them. Should have known that in the beginning, but here we are. We're making mistakes and we're living with them. It's okay. On to the next subcategory is meat sticks. They're kind of like soft beef jerky for those of you who have never used them with your cats before. And again, I narrowed this down to 2. The one thing that I will note when it came to the meat sticks is there didn't seem to be a lot of variety, you know, like a lot of brands making them. It didn't seem to be as popular, and some of these I had to really search to get. I don't know if it's just in my area it was difficult or if it's everywhere, but in my particular area I had a hard time finding different brands of meat sticks. So the two that I lowered it down to was Luvsome and Sheba. Excuse the torn up packaging. I used them with my cats. I tested them, so they're small now. So yeah, we have the Sheba. I believe it's just chicken. Maybe it's chicken liver. I can't tell. I will note in editing what it is. And then the Luvsome is chicken and liver. There was a few differences in these treats. I found that the Sheba is a little bit more squatty and ever so slightly softer and more tender, whereas the Luvsome was longer and thinner and a little more dry. I would say a little more tough. When it came to ingredients, these were also very similar. There were very few differences. I'm not crazy about the added sugar. That's not great. They had, I think it's molasses and sugar in there, and I didn't really understand why. I think it's a way to make them tender, but there must be a different way to do that because cats don't really need sugar now, do they? I don't think they can even taste it, honestly. I read something that said it didn't, so don't quote me on that, but I don't think they can even taste sugar. That'd be worth a Google search. I'm gonna let you know. So yeah, this was a tie. I think Sheba's probably ever so slightly better than Luvsome. However, if your cat likes really chewy things, Luvsome would be great, especially if you have like a kitten that's like really wants to gnaw on something. The Luvsome treats I think would be the winner. So I tied it off. They're both really good. I would recommend either one, honestly, depending on the cat and their need. Now, our next category is crunchy. So under the crunchy treats, I expanded it to 4 winners to look at because there are so many crunchy treats that I didn't feel fair to disqualify so many. I wanted to include as many as I could without going into like an hour-long video. As I already mentioned, there will be more brands mentioned in the future videos, but today we'll be looking at 4. And those 4 are, we're looking at Meowijuana, we're looking at Organix, Catnip and Chill, and Wellness Kittles. The winner of this round, this particular subcategory, is Meowijuana. Y'all, the cats went nuts for these. Okay, they found this bag. As you can see, it is packaged in a new package. This is because they went so crazy. They found them. They tore open my cabinet, which they don't do, but now they do. These are in there, and they tore it open and they grabbed this bag. They grabbed this bag and then one in the specialty round that I'll mention later, and they tore them to shreds to get to the treats. I will note that all the other treats for not only this video, but for future videos were in there, and they only took 2. And this was one of them. So, highly winner. It's a crunchy outside, a soft inside. The soft inside is catnip flavored, whereas the outside is chicken, I believe. And yeah, it's highly liked. It's got valerian root and catnip in it. So highly recommend if you're gonna get your cat a treat and you're not looking for something special like a dental treat. Meowijuana is highly recommended in the crunchy variety. They went nuts. Okay, coming in at number 2 is Organix. Organix stands apart from the crowd because they're one of the few cat treats that is organic, per the name. So that is one thing that I really like about this brand. They they seem to put an emphasis on that sort of like organic products for your cats and for your animals in general. I believe they have dog stuff as well. The one thing I will say is that this had like this, and actually all of the crunchy ones I found all have a grain in it. So if your cat is grain free, none of them are really an option. But the Organix especially, let me check here, had it had like brown rice, oats, barley, peas. It's a fairly short list of ingredients, but a decent amount of them are like a carb. But as just a treat, I don't see there to be an issue. And the cats love these, as you'll be able to see here. They are a different shape than some of the others. They're a little bit thinner than a treat that I'm used to giving to my cats. But overall, they didn't really seem to care, honestly. They eat them whole at this point. They don't even chew it. They just swallow most treats, and this was no exception. They love these. And so they come in at number 2. Now, coming in at number 3 is the Shameless Pets Catnip and Chill Chicken Treats. What Shameless Pets does is, it stands out from the crowd really, is that they take, I'm checking here, I'm making sure my words are correct. They upcycle. So they take products or produce really, food that are going to be thrown out because they're different or, you know, they're quirky, and they make cat treats or even dog treats, I believe, as well, out of them. So this one in particular, we know that they have sweet potato in there that's been upcycled. Whether or not there's more in there or not, I couldn't quite tell. It's not on the package, and when I looked online, it seemed fairly unclear. Almost like they may upcycle more ingredients in this treat, they may not. Kind of hard to tell. But even just one upcycled ingredient, you know, who knows how many sweet potatoes that is, that's been saved from landfill. A lot, I want to say in the billions of food gets thrown out every year just in the US that can be eaten. So it's really great what they're doing. It's great for the planet. Highly recommend. The cats really like them. I believe they're star-shaped. Yeah, they're a star-shaped treat. They're really well liked by the cats as well. They're not as well liked as the Meowijuana, but they do enjoy these quite a bit. Coming in at number 4 is Wellness Kittles. Now, those of you who have been in the cat world for a while, you've probably heard of this brand. It's very popular right now. It's known for its upstanding ingredients and health benefits, putting a emphasis on feline health and what they should be eating. What really kind of pressed on me though was that while a lot of these ingredients were pretty good, I did notice there was like spearmint extract as the last ingredient. I'm not sure why, as mint can be toxic to cats. In small quantities, it's fine. So as long as you're able to control the amount that you're giving your cat, it shouldn't be harmful. However, I do question the need for it in a cat treat. Which is how it made it to number 4. It's not the favorite amongst the cats, but they do enjoy these. They are smaller than the others, so if your cat never chews their treats and you're looking for a treat to kind of encourage them to do that, this is definitely not it. But if that's not an issue for you, these are, they're pretty good. They're pretty standard. I would say if you have a picky cat as well, not to go for them, but I think most cats will enjoy these. All right, on to the next category, which is freeze-dried or soft. Let me just grab these here. Coming in at number 1 is Bravo Turkey Melodies. Y'all, the cats went wild for these. These always seem to win them over. If they're mad at me for something, like I just gave them flea meds, and they're like, you're the worst human in the world, and I'm like, I know, will you eat this and accept my bribe of love? This is almost always accepted. It is a winner. It keeps them loving me. And the ingredients are awesome. It's just a bunch of turkey parts. Yeah, I can't really say anything bad about this treat. It's awesome. It has no grains, so it's even good for cats with dietary issues. Highly, highly recommend. Not only this product, but this brand in general is pretty good generally. From what I've been able to tell and from what I've tried, this is great. Highly recommend. I will be including a lowdown. You'll find links to everything in my blog, as well as more ingredient details and other stuff. But yeah, check this one out especially. It's awesome, really. All right, coming in at number 2 is Meowijuana cat treats. This is from I and Love and You. This is the chicken recipe. It has botanicals in it like chamomile, passion flower, I believe. Let me check here. Yeah, passion flower. Okay, so it's chamomile, lavender, and passion flower. They do claim that it's a calming effect. I almost put this under specialty, but I already filled out my specialty thing, and I did want to include these. These are a soft treat. They're fairly tender. I would say if your cat has teeth issues, but for some reason they don't want the puree, this may be an option for you. Also, if you have an anxious cat, I did find that this helped a little bit. However, it's not a cure-all. I would say it's a tool in the tool belt. My biggest complaint with these is the smell. I don't generally have an issue with the way that my cat's food smells, but this treat in particular is rancid. I mean, it's awful. It's like my cat Bella, she's wonderful. She's such a sweetheart. And she'll come up to me sometimes and she'll look like she's about to get me a headbutt. So of course I put my head down. I'm like, oh yay, this is great. I'm excited for the love. And then she'll turn around and she'll put her butt right in my face. And that is what these smell like. I don't know why. When I look at the list and then I experience this, I don't understand what's happening. I do not understand. So if you are sensitive to scent, this is definitely not it. But if you want a soft treat that your cats are likely or may enjoy, this is a good option. It does also help with, it does have, you know, help with anxiety. That's it. Mincing my words here. But yeah, it's a pretty good treat. Just keep in mind the smell, and I will also note that the size varies on this one too, and that is one thing that I don't quite understand, because it seems like they're just cut up pieces of like, almost like I would assume that they probably roll it into like a stick or something and cut it or something. That's how I kind of see it happening. I'll show you here. You can tell there is a size variant there, and I do have to try and even it out between cats and make sure they're getting the same amount. Because, you know, if one gets a big treat, you know, one gets a small treat, they'll notice and they will not be happy. So that is the one complaint I would have about these treats. All right. Now, coming in at number 3 is Fancy Feast hand-selected chicken. Now, these come in little packets here. They come in like a little bag. I got a flavor variety, as you can see here. And so this is the chicken. I don't know if you can see that. It's just gonna, there we go. The reason they came in at number 3 and they weren't any higher would be that they're hard. I mean, they claim that it's a tender chicken, and that is my biggest complaint, is that it's not really tender. It is slightly juicy if you shred it up. I found that even the scent, like my cats loved it. It's just chicken, one ingredient. It's awesome. The smell really enticed my cats, but then I found that when they tried to eat them, they couldn't, because it was so hard and they couldn't chew it. And it's big enough. It's like a hunk. I'll show you here pretty soon here what it looks like, but it's too big for them to just chew, you know, with it being as hard as it is. So you do have to either shred or cut it up in some way so that your cat can eat it. That was my biggest complaint in how they ranked the lowest under this variety. They did come in because the ingredients are great. The smell really enticed my cats, but you do have to put a little bit of work in before you give it to them, or they can't eat it. But other than that, they really liked it, and I was really impressed. I know Fancy Feast can sometimes have some iffy ingredients in there, but this is awesome. It's great. All right, we're on to our next subtopic, which is specialty treats. So coming in at number 1 for the specialty treats is Dentalife. They are dental treats. They have been approved by the VOHC, which, for those of you who don't know, it's a veterinary council that looks at oral health. You can check out their website. It's awesome if you're looking for things to help with your cat's oral health. I know that gingivitis especially is very common within cats, and you can prevent it by giving them things to help with their teeth. This is a great product to do that with. Ingredients are a little iffy, but when it comes to the approved treats, there aren't really many out there, and most of them have a little bit of an iffy thing. As I said before, it'll all be linked, like I'll put it all in my blog post and we'll talk about it a little bit more, but I do really like them. They're big enough that your cat does have to chew them, or at least most cats do chew them. I'm sure there's someone out there who will just see it and be like, it's so big, I'm just gonna swallow it anyways. Here we are. But I found that with most of my cats, they all have to chew it because their mouth is just too small to swallow it. So, which is big for us in this household. So, the idea behind it is that they're the big round balls and they're porous. So the idea is that they'll scrape your cat's teeth as they chew on it, and it cleans off the tartar. And it does work. My cats love them. Honestly, I would say their favorite treats that they get every night would be either this one or the Greenies Dental. So highly, highly recommend these. They're awesome. All right, coming in at number 2 is Greenies Smartbites. They're for skin and fur. What I like about these treats is that my cats love them. Honestly, that is my favorite thing about them, is my cats adore them. When it comes to skin and fur, their claim is that because they add fish oil and flaxseed, which is adding omega-3s, it will improve your cat's skin and fur health. My one comment when it comes to that idea is simply that a lot of cat food today does involve some omega-3. However, whether or not it's enough for your cat really varies on the food and the cat. So it may help somewhat. I will say I didn't see a huge difference in my cat's coat when I was feeding them these. But they do enjoy them, and it may help a very small amount. I just wouldn't expect miracles from these, but they are enjoyed, and if they're added, is there a little benefit to it? Why not? All right, coming in at number 3 is Temptations Hairball. I really liked these when it came to feeding my cat. They are like the previous one, hard on the outside, soft on the inside. They have like a filling. My cats really like these. They really, honestly, they love just about every Temptations treat that they've ever tried. But this was no exception. Their claims behind the hairball thing, I have questions on, because it doesn't seem like they added too many things to help with the hairball control. I did notice that they added dried beet pulp, which could potentially help with that issue. However, there weren't a lot else in there that seemed different to me. If you are a feline dietitian and you've looked at these, would you let me know, is there anything else different in here? Because that's all I could tell was different, was just dried beet pulp. And that may help a little bit. However, if your cat has like a big issue, like say they have really long hair, I don't know that they're going to make a huge difference. Which is partly mentioned even in the claim on the back of the bag, is to have this with feline hairball diet. So they don't really fix the hairball issue. They may help a little bit, and the cats really enjoy them, which is how they made the list, is because the cats like these so much. And they do help a little bit. They just, it didn't fully improve any kind of issue. So there we are with those. All right, so that is it for the cat treats today, for poultry flavored cat treats anyways. I will be doing future videos of cat treats. We'll be looking at seafood, and then a specialty for felines with allergies or picky cats. We'll have a section for them as well, or rather a video for them as well. So if you're interested in that at all, please give us a follow. I will also be doing other cat videos. I will be looking at health and reviews and whatever else about cats you may be interested in. If there is something in particular that you would like to see from me, please leave a comment. Let me know. I could use all the ideas. Anything you guys want to know, I would love to answer if I can, as to the best of my ability. I am just a cat mom. I'm looking to share my information with you. If there's anything that you want to share, I would love to hear it. Honestly, I love talking to other pet parents. They just make me happy. It's like we get each other. So yeah, that is it for today. I hope that y'all have a marvelous day. I will see you all next time. Bye.